Welcome everyone, it's the West Ham Eyes channel and I'm very, very excited after, discussing a few things with a few sources, reading a few things online. The Lingard deal to West Ham looks like is finally going to happen, everyone. Lingard is going to be our new number 10. He's coming home, as they say. He hardly played any games last season for Man United, and he's been linked with us for sounds like forever, and it has kind of pissed fans off. Saying, don't want to hear about it anymore. I've had enough. He's not going to come back. He's not going to join us. But I am confident the deal's going to go ahead from some of the things I've heard and discussed and seen literally a couple of hours ago. This morning, the show with Frankie we mentioned Lingard again. Darmish on Sky mentioned even 2 days ago that things are happening with Lingard. It should get over the line. And then obviously this evening, it's all blown out everywhere now through reliable sources that discussions have been discussed and it's gone very, very well. Obviously, there's no fee to be agreed. It's a free transfer, obviously, with Sullivan and West Ham. That makes things a lot smoother. I think at the beginning he was asking for a lot of money and interest has been a little bit cold, shall I say. But we've come back in. David Moyes loves him. And we have missed this boy. We have missed him. He literally, when he joined in January, he nearly got us into the top four. We missed out by literally 2 points. Who can forget the Villa game, which I think was his debut? The pace, the invention, the brightness, the spark he brought to West Ham. We missed it. I've been sitting at London Stadium last year, sitting there thinking, where's the spark? Where's the pace? Where's the player that's going to make things happen, tick, split defenses, make the assist? And I think I am really, really excited. I know Agard's over the line, 30 million, but I don't know much about him. You know, if he was a Premiership player, then I'll be a little bit more confident. I'm sure Agard's going to be good, but obviously when I see it, I'll be comfortable. But Lingard, for me, some players obviously belong somewhere, and even when he joined, we're thinking, oh, does he need a fitness? You know, does he need a couple of games because he hasn't played? That boy hit the ball, hit the game running, hit the floor running, shall we say, like anything really. And yeah, I mean, you can see the screen, the silly celebrations. Who cares? We loved him. He scored against Tottenham. You ripped Villa apart. And whenever we needed someone to step up, he was there. So I'm really confident the deal's going to happen. Let me see some of the comments. You're right, mate. This saga's gone on and on and on like a soap serial, mate. And finally it's coming to an end. I'm really, really happy. The sources are mate Darmish on Sky, and I think Ryan from West Ham Fans TV had a discussion with one of the team that represent Lingard, my friend, and one or two other sources. So hopefully it's going to kind of. Let's have a look. Yeah, so really good sources on that, mate. So yeah, the team that represent Lingard, Darmish, Sky, and one or two really notable sort of online stream newspapers as well, mate. And Benny, I'm presuming that, mate. I'm presuming that because obviously I think West Ham, we're not going to have the money like Arsenal. What they're going to do? They're going to buy Jesus. They're going to buy Rafinha, 40-50 million each. We haven't got that. We spent 30 million on Agard, great signing. If he comes in, mate, I just think the way West Ham operate, I think Benrahma could be on the way out to Brentford, perhaps, if they don't get Eriksen. We bought Benrahma. If I have a quick look, we bought Benrahma for 20.7 million, I think the fee was. About 20 million back in January 2021. And I think there's no surprise that Moyes, there's a couple of players he just doesn't get along with. I think Benrahma's one of them. I don't think there's any closeness, any kind of chemistry between the two. You look at the chemistry between David Moyes and Lingard. The first player you still run up to give him a pat on the back. You know, you never see like David Moyes, come out of his shell and smile and really, he's like his favourite little boy, So that could be on the cards. And the good news is if we get Lingard on the free, he's our new number 10. Eriksen, obviously, we did put some people said we put our cards on the table, but he's selecting Brentford and Man United. So I think to get someone on the three, we could focus more money on maybe Broja or another striker. So if a striker 30, 40 million comes in, then we've got Benrahma, a striker, we've got Agard, and there's hopefully more money in the pot to go for fullbacks and that kind of thing, really. So I think then suddenly the window suddenly looks really good because we're looking at Tottenham, we're looking at Arsenal, we're looking at Newcastle, and then we're finding, come on, West Ham, wake up a little bit. You need to catch up with these boys. And I think be a great. But Shane, yeah, I think Benrahma's a good lad. He's not trouble. The thing is, I don't think Lingard and Benrahma get on. I think there's a story where Lingard's watch was stolen. I don't know if people know that, and there was a lot of stories about who he was blaming. And I'm not saying Benrahma is involved. Oh, yeah, you want to do things like that, but I don't think the two get on. And I always felt that if Lingard comes in and then Benrahma, and Benrahma will do a good job for another team. If he stays with us, all the best. I see both of them doing brilliant, but I just don't think we've got that clout and money that we can have Benrahma sitting on the bench. Souček's another one. I'm a little bit. We'll see what happens with him. He's worth a bit of money. Dupe. This window's going to be really interesting, mate. Good to see you. Good to see you, mate. I know you joined us this morning, mate. No, I think we should. When you look at his stats, mate, let me pull them up, mate. When you look at his stats, mate, I kept thinking he's a little bit older, but he's still only 29, so he's not going to be 30 until December. And I think we didn't expect much when he came. So you remember that, Trojan? We didn't expect much when he came. He lit everything up. And he's a good lad. And Man United have, not quite treated him the way he should. Look at the England record. 6 goals, 32 caps. If you have a look at the West Ham record, 9 goals, 5 assists in 16 games. Can't ask for more than that. Unfortunately, after that, not much going on, even though he got 2 goals in 16 in the Premier League. So overall for me, Lingard is it's going to be absolutely brilliant for me. Really, really, I love number 10s. I love the typical West Ham players. And we've needed that, mate. Let me just go through some more comments before I carry on. Let's have a look. That's enough for now, isn't it? Any other news? That's enough for now. I think I'm confident from what I've seen, discussed, and read that this deal will hopefully gain momentum and go over the line early next week. I think it's not that complicated. Like I said, he's a free agent. We've had to wait until his contract's kind of up. And I think he knows David Moyes, he knows the players, he knows the setup. He probably got a flat in Canary Wharf. It's just about the salary, I think. But you got to weigh up. He's a free transfer, and I think it's not that much of a risk because he done well for us before, really. Vlasic, mate. The problem is I think Torino are looking at him, but again, like Italian, Spanish, French clubs, they don't have much money. So every time we try to buy a player from them, they take us to the cleaners. Oh, we want 40 million, we want 30 million. Like people like Anderson we bought, and even Vlasic, 33 million deal the Russians cost us for that. But when you want him in return, can we have him on loan, give you 500,000? Not sure, don't want that promise at the end that you want to buy him in. West Ham are pretty strict. They do want either a permanent fee, permanent transfer away, or one of those obligations at the end of the loan period that you give us some money and we discuss something. But I think he's on really, really high wages and he's not in a hurry to move. Unfortunately, you get some players that are happy sitting on the bench, but that's what I'm hearing. But hopefully for me, I don't think he's got a future at the club, mate. Of course. Benny is much, much better than Vlasic, but I just got this feeling that Moyes and Benny, I don't think there's something going on there. I don't think they get on, mate. And that's not Benny's fault. David Moyes, I don't know, mate. Did he bring him in? I mean, we don't even know, do we, half the time, mate? Yeah, we need a CDM. Obviously, Basuma's gone. Phillips has gone. So they're all going quickly. Ward-Prowse, if we get Ward-Prowse, mate, and they're saving for that, but the problem with that, if we get Ward-Prowse, mate, I'm pretty confident Souček's gone then. There's a lot of figures, 30, 40 million, Souček 27. Again, something's happening Christmas. Frankie was discussing it. Frankie knows a lot of things that happen in and around the club, and something went right at the club after January, mate. You watch, all right, Europa nights, couple of them, brilliant, but the league form, atrocious. Defeats at Southampton, Leeds, Arsenal, Spurs. Burnley, it's not good enough, and we should have got Europa at the end, So a lot of things weren't right, and one of those was Antonio just didn't want to play up front. It was flat, predictable, slow. We need some pace, we need invention. So hopefully Agar's got pace at the back, left-footed, will suit Zuma. Lingard is nippy, he's snappy, he's fast with the ball. Like I say, it's not all about pace. It's how fast are you when you've got the ball at your feet. This boy can run with the ball. Check the goals out of it. I'm going to put them on now. Actually, let's enjoy Lingard's goals while we have a discussion and everyone enjoy themselves. Really, so check out some of those goals while we check it. Hey Lawrence, how you doing from Alabama? Hope you guys are well in the US, mate. Hope everything's well. Good to see you, mate. I know sometimes the show times, I don't do too many evening shows. It doesn't suit you, but that's all going to be changing. We're going to bring new shows with great co-hosts coming up soon, mate. So watch this space. Areola, yeah, I mean that one's getting close, mate. 10 million, I think. So Areola again, 29, 30 years old. Hopefully I want him to start. I don't want Fabianski to start. That's just my preference. I want that boy in there early. And if it's Agar, Zuma, him, that's three French-speaking people. I know Jupe is French as well. I don't see Duke staying. I think West Ham can't afford players who are worth some money, like 10, 15, 20, 30 million, sit on the bench, mate. And Duke, to be fair, sat on the bench all season, played a couple of games well, but when we needed him, he kind of got injured. It's just typical, isn't it? Typical. Oggie's on the way back, so we'll see how things happen. That's the thing, mate. But I know Yamo's a lot of money. I think he's 70, 80 million, wasn't he? And yeah, but Yamo again, like for Ryan Fredericks, some of the deals have not been that good. But to give due diligence and well done to David Moyes, everyone that he has brought in has been touchwood injury free. And Vlasic, we don't know. That one is a bit of a weird one. I don't know if he really brought him in. And obviously Krell, that was a crazy one. That cost a lot of money as well, mate. But then you say that, Mandy, but Vlasic and Krell were hardly used even in Europe. I remember one game Vlasic played, and really bad miss and things like that. But we'll see what happens, Mandy. I definitely agree. Benrahma, Souček, Vlasic, I'm not sure about. I think as Krell, no, but Benrahma, Souček, definitely good enough for squad. Rotate them because I think Antonio, Souček were crying out to be rotated. And we couldn't, we couldn't, and that's kind of unfortunate and things like that. So let me just put this one on again. Hang on, so everyone can watch it. Yeah. So Vlasic, I'm not sure about. Krell is probably gone back, but Krell is back. Yeah, I know what you mean. Give me a comments about Jesus. Going to Arsenal, 42 million is the fee. He's always looked a bit clumsy for me, but perhaps he's not been the quite right fit for Man City. They're quite confident, Arsenal fans, TV, Robbie, that he's going to be a good signing for them. I think Rafinha, they're asking for too much money. And if Lingard signs, that's going to be our number 10, I think. And it's free of, no money in that. So obviously that'll be good. Lawrence is back in. Benny's not a... Yeah, that's true, Lawrence. That's the thing, mate. There's a bit of coldness between the two. And do you remember Benny always used to be the one after 62 minutes where David Moyes would pull him off. It's always that problem, always going to come off. And I think did he shake his hand or threw something on the floor? Do you remember one of the games he got taken off and he kind of lost it, didn't he? I don't think David Moyes is going to like that kind of thing. It could be Broja, mate. We don't know. It could be one or two of the Italian leagues we're looking at. But all the strikers we're looking at, interesting enough, 6'7", 6'5", 6'3". That's a kind of... I just hope it doesn't slow our play down because we were slow last year. I want fast interaction, pressing. Because look at Arsenal's team's going to be a rapid, mate. Martinelli, Jesus up front, Brazilian, whatever. It's going to be great. We want pace, and I think Antonio is going to be brilliant behind the main striker. So we're going to have a choice of 4 or 5 players that can play in that 4-2-3-1 in that 3 behind the striker. I don't know who it's going to be like. So you can choose Antonio, Bowen, hopefully Lingard, 1 or 2 others. So that's going to provide good competition, mate. I think that one could happen. I haven't looked into him too much, but he's a very highly regarded player. I think Spurs are looking at me as well. That's the thing, mate. You got teams that got slightly got more clout because they're in the Champions League or they got more money. We really should have done a bit more dealing in last summer. Like I said, we didn't. So let's see what happens. Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah, number 10, number 10. Let's wait and see, Mandy. But if we sign Agard in day 10 of the window, so that's early for us and very good. If we get Lingard, I think that one will be done early next week. I think Tuesday, Wednesday. That'll be two players for 30 million. That'll be good, and then we can focus on Broja. I'm not sure, mate. I think Chelsea are messing about a bit. I am a bit worried that they're still in for Rice because the new owners want to make a statement. So don't be surprised what's going to happen, especially because we want one of their players. But hopefully we get that striker we've been waiting for a couple of years, really. Yeah, I think Lawrence. Another fair point is, mate. If you've noticed, we don't have aggressive physical players who can. Let me put that on again for people. You can watch that again. Hang on. Yeah, so the linesman for every decision. They're trained to do it, and they've got players on the pitch. We don't have any of that. So I want players who are big, a bit of physicalness in them, like the old days. Like Broja's one of them, maybe one or two others. Yeah, we definitely need someone bit of nastiness in them. Obviously you don't want to do too much, get booked and power, but you definitely want someone aggressive and got that kind of bit about him. I think. Gary, the thing with Watkins, mate, I love him. He's just, yeah, I think he's not happy at Villa, is he, mate? He just doesn't look happy. But I think he could do better in front of goal. But I think David Moyes could coach that out of him, or the right coaches. I think Watkins is a good lad, good engine on him, powerful, strong, on the fringes, and has been in the England squad. And again, I'm all for players who are used to the Premier League. Put it that way, mate. Watkins, I wouldn't say no. Again, he's quite mobile. He's happy to play by himself, can hold it up. So yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah. So the other thing was like, I wouldn't have minded Ericsson, mate. To be fair, I think Ericsson would have been good. Benrahma, I mean, let me know in the comments. I mean, Benrahma. The thing with Benrahma, I don't know if it's his fault or the way he's feeling, but I think in the big games he didn't quite take the game scruff of the neck. He didn't quite make things happen, which is what he's there for. He went missing in a lot of the games. I saw a lot of crosses and corners that just went all over the place. But Norwich, yep, he put 2 goals away and got injured. But I really judge players in semi-finals, quarter-finals, finals, big 5, big 6 games. That's when the big players, and Lingard is a big match player. That is one thing this boy is. If we're playing Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U, this boy isn't shy, isn't nervous. He's up for it. Like, give me the ball. You know many players like that, mate. Not many players like that around, mate. Hey, look, how you doing, mate? How you doing, mate? Hope everything's well with your channel. I think another channel had Darmish, another West Ham channel had Darmish on recently, so I don't know if they copied you, mate. But anyway, hope everything's well. Good to see you. I think you boys are quite close to getting Jesus and Rafinha. So let me know. Yeah, let me know in the comments as well. I know it's not West Ham related, but let me know what you think about. Like, if you get Jesus on board with 42 million, will you have enough money for Rafinha, mate? Yeah, let me know. Let me know, Luca, what you think, mate. Attitude, I'm not sure about it. I think he's a nice guy, but I just felt Lawrence in the big games that he wasn't visible. Like, to make things, he just kind of went into a shell, I thought, and he's not fast. I think Frankie mentioned that, which is a good point. He kind of physically sometimes gets ruffled up a bit, really. But the boy will be all right somewhere. Back to Brentford's my kind of thing, really. Yeah, I think so, mate. I think the boy's more streetwise. He kind of knows what he's doing and things like that. So let me show you a couple of other things, mate. Let me just put that on a minute. Hang on, mate. Let me just have a look at these goals now because I've not been watching them properly. So this is the Villa game, isn't it? This is the one that was the performance of that season, wasn't it? And you remember, like, Rice and everyone absolutely loving this guy. It's the movement, I think, because look, he wants the ball. Look. Antonio finds him. Look at that. Didn't even flinch about shooting from there. And if it was Benrahma or not, he would have probably just turned and dinked it that way and given it to someone else. So it's that difference. And this is the Tottenham game, which is such a big game for us. Look at that. You know, so is it Fornells wanted to get in there? He's like, no, mate, this is mine. I love that, taking charge of it. And if you remember, we weren't winning any penalties before he came. He's got that winning mentality for Man United, the know-how, and you know he's got that kind of thing. So watching these goals, like all the memories have come back. We didn't play like this hardly last season, if you notice. Slow, lethargic, up to the halfway line, and we passed it all the way back. I mean, look at that bloody shot, for God's sake, you know. Yeah, they didn't get on, did they, mate? They didn't get on. I mean, you look at these goals. He's in there in the right places. You can't ask for more than that, mate. You know. So I'm really happy. You know, I'm really happy with this transfer. I think we needed a number 10. You know, I know it's hard to fit them in your 4-2-3 ones traditionally, but I think the boy's good. I think hopefully we don't use him like that, but you can kind of play up front as well if you need him to be. You know, you can do all of that. Let's have a look a bit more of the stats of Benrahma and kind of see what's going on with that. So this was actually they made their deal kind of permanent together back in January 2021. So yeah, Benrahma deal was made permanent, and then Lingard came along, which is quite ironic. You never know, Benrahma might stay, but I can't see it. I think we don't have enough money for that to happen, really. Troj. I think what it is, some of the French boys, they've got their circle. Masuaku's not there anymore, but I did notice that. Perhaps that happens at every club. I don't know. I'm not too sure about that, mate. Yeah, but Lingard seemed to get on, didn't he? Seemed to get on quite well. But I am hearing he does not get on with Benrahma, mate. I don't know what it is. And this just makes me think that we paid 20 million for Benrahma. We should be able to get that back with a bit of luck and add-ons. Club ain't going to say no to that. And Lingard on the free will. You never know with these things. Maybe Benrahma's been lined up already by another club. You know, just waiting for us to get a replacement. You don't quite know how these things happen, but I'm so confident of the Lingard deal. That's why I wanted to do this show. Darmish, I trust a lot. Sky, you know, Sky a bit slow. They used to be the forefront of all the gossip. If you remember, now they've gone a little bit low. But when they do eventually find out from their contacts, I do trust them that things are moving along. And this evening, from a couple other people, like I said. Ryan Goodlad on Twitter from West Ham Fans TV. I think he's getting his tattoo done, or one or two people he saw who are part of the Lingard backroom team, and discussions are being had. They've gone really, really well, and he wants to come. And when the player wants to come, then and there's not really a selling club involved, we can't even fuck that one up, can we? Excuse the language, you know. So that's why that kit, Lawrence, is a story about it. So when that kit went on sale with that website, if you remember, I put it in the basket, and then a phone call happened to do my work. When I came back to the basket to complete the transaction 20 minutes later, I think ex-employee, good friend of mine, he tweeted that this top is available for about 20 quid. In that half an hour, you know, look, he's got like 100k followers, they're all gone. It was out of stock. Luckily, my daughter got one. I didn't manage to get that, and I would love to get that top if I could. It's very unique, very smart, and yeah. If any of you guys in the chat's got that kit, actually, what do you guys think about the new kit? I wasn't sure at first, but now I'm kind of growing on me a bit. You know, it's a bit of a retro from the Trevor Morley times, isn't it? 1992, 93. I talk a lot of I hope you enjoy it. Oh, mate. But again, listen, anyone in the chat, if you want to come on the show, do a show with me, let me know. I'm looking for always change. So good and bad. All the people you've seen last year, I don't think you'll be seeing many of them going forward. There's going to be new faces. Me and Frankie are going to have that regular hammer it out weekly show at least, if not twice a week. There's going to be, we're looking to do a 1980 we were there show next Thursday with 3 or 4 fans who were there at Wembley in 1980 when we beat Arsenal. So we'll be speaking about their experience, not about the game, but what is it like back then, about buying a ticket, how did you get home, what did you eat, that kind of thing. So that's going to be started again. I'm going to be doing Hammer History again, and there'll be another 3-4 shows with set sort of guests, but new guests or guests who've not been a regular show. So it definitely will be. So you guys will know well in advance what time, what shows will be going out for me, really. I know that kit's. I mean, that kit's really, really good, mate. Really. So that's on that one, and then obviously, yeah. Let's just have a look. So yeah, 20 million Benrahma. Let's have a look at his stats for West Ham. Let's have a look. Let's click on that. So what you can do, you can actually split it by season. So let's have a look at Benrahma's record for West Ham. So Benrahma is 26 years old. He's actually going to be 27 in August, and then Lingard's 30. So there's 3 years between them. 3 years between them. 17 caps, 1 goal, 8 goals, which is very good. 6 assists. That's cracking. That's really, really good. Europa, 3 goals. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe just want to double check something. It's just that don't notice a lot of those goals in the big games, really. But I think he's going to do a good job for someone. I don't think he's going to work for him at West Ham. That's just my feeling. Lingard, 9 goals, which is not far from what Benrahma's done. I know James, my good friend, is a big fan of his and always reminds me that the stats are there. It's just that Benrahma in the big games don't quite, and that's why Lingard's performance is stand out my mind. That the boy, if it was a final, if it was a penalty in the 89th minute, I think he could do the job, And he brings that Man United class, that winning mentality. Don't forget, I'm sure he played under Alex Ferguson, back in the day. And he's kind of, he wasn't probably sure about moving to London the first instance, but he's settled. He's kind of there, so I think he's got a flat there and things like that. Troja's back on. Probably, mate. I mean that American, that kind of owner they've got, he's finally loosened the purse strings, mate. After a while, I don't know what kind of made that happen. That's probably what he's on, mate. 42 million, 25 is he? Could be. It could be Arteta, It could be they trust him now, the board, You never know. He's virtually built a brand new team in 2 years. Yeah, and another thing is, I think David Moyes didn't like him dribbling too much, which is his big asset, if you remember. And if he loses it, then you remember David Moyes used to freak out. If you lose it dribbling it, he does not like that. So yeah, it just doesn't suit what he wants to do. I think he's better off back at Brentford, mate. Also wasn't huge monies, as was Aubameyang. Aubameyang was on 350, Lacazette 250, back to Lyon. I think he's gone. So some players on crazy money out there. Interesting enough, another player that used to be in crazy money, Gareth Bale. He thought he was going to join Cardiff. It all got very romantic, but he's got to the NFL. I think probably better golf courses out in Wales. It rains too much in Wales, but Gareth Bale, he's kind of made good money, isn't he? Bloody hell, crazy. And Mane's gone as well, isn't he, everyone? He's kind of gone. And the rumours saying he just doesn't feel appreciated. He goes, the crowd loved Salah and sort of 1 or 2 others that didn't give me the same respect. So it's funny what you hear, isn't it? So Mane, he wasn't quite at it last year or so, but they bought that Benfica guy. Epic, mate. Lovely to see you, mate. Our full-back positions, left to right back, are shocking, mate. We should have fixed it at least Christmas time, but and then you saw the Cressy, the two sendings off. Listen, Cresswell, just being honest and factual about Cresswell, as a fullback, he hasn't got the the engine to take anyone on, go to the byline. He doesn't like tackling when there's someone, a fast winger, running at him. He tucks into the centre back position. Then Fornals has to cover for him. So he can't play like that, mate. So if you have him, if you single him out 1-to-1, he ain't going to do nothing, mate. He nearly got sent off at Liverpool, got sent off twice in not for me. And the set pieces are crap last year. That's why I want Ward Prowse. Our corners, our free kicks, absolute shit. We need to sort it out. We need to be sorted out and be strict about it. We want to be ambitious. We want to don't go back to those days when we were 10th, 15th. We want to hit the top 6 as often as we can. Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. Yeah, so let me know any other sort of players that you're thinking of that we've been linked with. I think there's a guy in Italy, Stuttgart. There's a guy, isn't he? 6'7", I think. Yeah, him and Kufal worryingly were nowhere near as good as the year before, wasn't it? If you remember. And again, Antonio, 1 goal after Christmas. That's the thing with Broja as well. But I think Broja's only 20. He's cocky, he's confident, he's got something about him. So even people like Dennis, I'll be happy with Dennis. I think I saw what I saw of him in London Stadium was good. He doesn't lose the ball. He's very good. Size a bit injury prone, but rapid. We need pace though. Arsenal next season, Tottenham under Conte, Newcastle Pope. They've got a brand new back line. They're going to sign more and more and more. So we just got to keep up with them. Villa's been a bit quiet at the moment, but we don't know what they're going to do. So any more players, let me know. But anyway, probably going to wrap things up. It's been half an hour, so I don't want to take up too much of your time on this Saturday. So I want to thank everyone in the chat for joining. I'll give it about a minute. If you've got any more questions in the chat, I'll put them up and we'll answer them. But for me, I am over the moon. I'm over the moon because I wasn't sure if it's going to happen, but I'm very, very confident for what I know this evening that this is going to happen. It's a free transfer. It should have happened in January, but Man United put the spanner in the works. And to be fair, his mind was all over the place as well. But he knows it makes sense now. Discussions are going on purely, again, only because he wants to come to West Ham. That's why the teams have met each other. And it's gonna happen. And yeah, we don't have to agree a price of Man United either, really. So don't think there's any more questions in the chat. But I just want to say thank you to everyone for joining. Actually, is there one more? I'll do more evening shows, Lawrence. So let me know, like in a private message me if you wanna ever come on and discuss anything, mate. You're more than welcome to come on. So I just wanted to say, yeah. Thank you to everyone for coming on for their thoughts on Benrahma, on Lingard, and that kind of thing. So yeah, hopefully when it happens, we'll do another great show. And if anything else happens, developments over the next few days, I'll try to jump on it and let you know. But for me, I am super excited because obviously, naturally, when you trying to sign an attacking player, skillful player, an inventive player, West Ham history, it gets you excited. Centre-back's a centre-back, I understand. It's a very important position. But it hasn't got the same feel as signing someone like Lingard for me. Agard was good, but it's a bit, I haven't seen you play, mate. Who are you? But I'm sure you are good from what I've heard. But Lingard's kind of, what he's going to bring, and you've seen it, and it's a big name for me, for West Ham, and David Moyes likes him, which is good. And he's suited as well. So I am very, very good. Oh, I've got one more message, mate. There you go, mate, Ian. Thanks for joining in, mate. Thanks for joining in. So we're going to call it, we're going to call the show. We're going to close down the show. So it's been half an hour. Again, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Love you all. Have a great evening. Here's my rum and coke. Let me just hide that screen a minute so you can see it clearly a bit more. Let me just hide that minute. So there you go. Here's my little rum for Lingard. Come on, boy. Join, sign, get it all done, mate. I know, Dave. I know, mate. But listen, I'm confident it's going to happen. From what I've heard, I think it's going to happen, and I'm going to be happy, mate. I'm going to be happy. Oh, deal sick of that, all right, mate? Yeah, rum and coke, mate. Jack the Fatte to everyone, which means Indian word anyway for my mate. Yeah, cheers, mate. Cheers, mate. Join again. I know I haven't done too many shows, but I'm definitely going to be on it now. I'm going to do more and more shows, different formats, new ideas, fresh people. So join me, follow me. Let's lift this channel up. It's only started in January. It's doing very, very well, but let's make it even better. Yeah, Dave, you know me, mate. Cheers. Anyway, but not keep rambling on. I want you guys to have your evening back. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. Be healthy, and enjoy this weird weather. Raining hot. So God bless you all. Take care.